The shipment of bodies for labour continued after the victories of the slavery abolitionist movement, advancing a control system from a logic of facilitation to a logic of constraint. Immigration control and growing nationalism created the racist whiteness criteria for nationhood. Control was the sovereign idea of a state, control as freedom. There are these uncanny cohabitations of transit spaces, like ports of entry, where migrant deportation overlap with the arrival and departure of legitimate travellers and cargo. It is the spectacle of the way of illegality and its transportability. The experience of watching this is one of witnessing scenes that produce meaning, not only through what they reveal, but also through what they conceal, emphasizing the blind spots that structure our understanding of concealed mobilities and their control. Here knowledge is not so much obtained as it is glimpsed and entangled with interrogating what one can see. Its self-reflective, fragmentary structure articulates a certain tension between motionlessness and motion, through long takes in stillness of the eye, as well as the compositional structure of the seeing, with what is partially blocked for the eye, and the distinctive relationship between one's ongoing thought babble and the observing. Yet this, an elusive associative mosaic approach, generates ambiguity and uncertainty, and combined continuity with discontinuity. This is a transit state of mind, placed, misplaced in translation. With a lens, the scope, transparently or maybe opaque, this inquiry inside the security gate echoes words of a flaneur, a traveller. What does this place know of me that I cannot know of myself? It is inconceivable to be perceived as a traveller, undoing the illegality or the legality, being both, notably the migrant, the colonial invader. The lawn is a symbol of destruction, hollowed with no sign of life but uniform sharp blades of grass. The lawn, a glade in the woods beyond the savage realm. A meadow was there once, and birdsong. A smoothly flat carpet, as the carpet on the inside of their home. Here on the outside, the symbolic privacy of your property. The inside of your home on the outside is a room, theatrical space where every side is a fourth wall that a Brechian would break. Do not walk on this grass, this private property, predicated on slavery. The savage may come out from the forest, another, the unwelcomed guest, hides, resides, escapes. Here were slaves concealed from the view. When someone whispers, you have to lean in to hear. To get noticed within screams, you have to whisper, to stand out. Flickering windows by sunbeams through coloured glass. Whispers of godly words, memories as whispers. A blabbing non-coherent sound gifting you with a secret. The whisper game of sending sentences through a long row of ears. The thickness of the forest then, the animals, engulfed by thousands of bird noises. You would be different. Listening to the morning gulls flapping, shouting past the window, could have been for hours then. You would be different. Today, it stops just after 10 minutes. If I'm lucky, it might go on for half an hour until the rubbish truck comes and shoos them away, or the anticipated 100 cars passing by. Cacophonous, numerous sounds. Frequent utterances. Ecstatically comforting, evoking memory. Intending relentless churning of pasts to decontaminate and embed the loss. As a death drive, a compulsion to repeat painful repetitions to comprehend pain. Finding others to mirror the feeling of predestined confronts. Fog is good because it is fog that moves here and there. You think we are getting rid of here and there? No. The more towards the real destruction of migrant is not everyone is a migrant. But crossing boundary versus not crossing actually overlap somewhere. Somewhere the fog crosses, somewhere not. There is looping on a Mobius strip. Fog is good because it is a fog. However, it occasionally does expand and collapse. The forest is projecting, through a mechanism that regulates the formation of boundaries between things, in a display of psychic transfer and tracing. The warrior is not an image with a form and depth, not a content binary. I know it is light, it is movement through superfluous glass, and the source of the movement, it is trees, wind, sunbeam, causality. And on no man's land, no rules rule, are cut into barren land, and no man's lands tear. Idiom, idios, idioma, own property, propriety, as a civil, where a set of rules are none. These hashtagged words, resembling Inuit polysynthetic languages, in a double-numbered -degree freeze that is saving your breath, in long, huddling words, physically immobile, blurred on a meaning, yet unassumingly demanding to be noticed. And I'm expressing this, as I had half Inuit step-siblings for many years. They were my first meeting of the colonial experience. There are scenes of fog. Environment. Ryan, via. To turn. It veers, but not in a circle. Environment. Perversion. Veer. Move or be moved. This is very ambiguous and slanting. Walking sideways. leaning along the walls in a dark alley, or in the haunted corridors of these Gothic houses.
Thinking about the wind direction in Łódź and the smoke from the cremation. Checking late morning, the wind is going 2 megahertz south and there is a fog. Hoping she could reach Bulgaria at some point, as we can't take her ashes out of Poland. There is 1,678.3 kilometers between Łódź and Plovdiv. The wind is at 3.3 kilometers an hour. It is 508-ish hours, or 12 days of Mama Smoke wonder. At the moment, midday, and I'm starting to listen to the Bulgarian song. It launched into space on NASA's Voyager 1 in 1977. The golden record included Izleje Delio Hoidutin, performed by Valia Balkanska. The song is still travelling through space. As a Bulgarian and from the Rhodope Mountains, as my mum was, this is a spirit song. This is the first minute of the song. Tomorrow her ashes will be buried in lots in the Orthodox area of the cemetery, around 100 meters from the Catholic area where my dad is. It's 8 p.m. 19 January 2021. East wind 4 megahertz. Midnight 20th of the 1st. Southeast 4 megahertz on course. She's still in Poland.
In this threshold security gate, why am I taking my clothes off? Why am I making myself naked for you? Am I stepping onto your property, initially surveyed, as to suit transparency, ready for you to mould me into your vision? I demand the opaque. Then there is the witch ball. These shiny blown glass spheres hung in windows, the baubles that came to be your Christmas decorations. This is to deflect the evil eye. Bullseye window pane of glass, the discarded piece, with the scar of the rod that held the fluid sand, that this evil eye banned from use in cathedrals for their coloured Bible story windows. The one that brought me the heartbeat of the wind, of a beyond whispering forest, the ultrasounding.